Your platoon is what remains of recon. I'm folding you into the 22nd. You'll be going up that damned hill tonight.
We're intelligence gathering, sir.
I don't need intelligence, son. I need men who can hold rifles and kill Japs. Tonight, you're a rifle company. We've got cooks, mechanics, and stretcher bearers all going into the line. We aim to break them tonight, Lieutenant.
Good to see you, Hank.
You too, Cole. How's your war?
Not quite what I expected.
As long as I live, I will never get over that sound.
Hey, who's that medic? He'll be killed going out there.
It's Sheldon, the guy from the Osakawa Bridge. That guy's got no fear.
He didn't make it.
I didn't go out there to save him.
What are you saying, man?
I went out there to put him out of his misery, to ease his pain. Do you have a problem with that?
Murder, Corman.
That's war, Lieutenant. Smell the stench. Feel the horse's breath on your neck.
You need help, man.
Call for me tonight, Lieutenant, when you're up on that hill. I've been up there 3 times already. The circles of hell have nothing on Sugarloaf Hill.
Get this madman out of my sight!
You like the fight game, Phelps?
I did a little boxing in the Marines. I found it a pretty humbling experience.
Fix you a sandwich, buddy? Corned beef and egg salad, 12 cents. Bologna and ham and cheese, 10.
It's strictly a mug's game. You'll like this fight, though. A plucky limey's about to take a beating from an up-and-coming Negro.
You sound pretty sure about the result.
I ought to be. I got $50 on the black kid. Let's get a ringside seat.
Hey everybody, welcome back to LA Noire. My call sign is November 9. And we're in the setup. And that appears to be Mickey Cohen in the light blue suit. You know, Roy's guy here looks like he's taking a lot of punches. And he's getting out of the ring.
That son of a bitch Hammond made a run for his dressing room. Let's find out what's going on.
God damn you, Albert! You get out here right now!
Step back! LAPD!
Alright, let's go see what's going on.
What's going on?
That son of a bitch Hammond has jammed the door.
And who are you?
Carlo Arcaro, I'm his manager.
I'm his trainer.
Interesting attitude to have towards a victorious athlete.
Victorious? We had an arrangement. We had a goddamn arrangement!
That limey bastard was paid to take a nap. He reneged.
And you were out of pocket?
Damn right. Me and a couple hundred other people.
Stand aside.
He squeezed out the window. I'll put an APB out on him.
Why would we do that? He won the fight fair and square.
To prevent him from getting clipped. He was paid to flop. There was big money riding on this
So are we
fight.
here because you lost money, or because we're investigating a prize-fighting racket?
Very funny. Look around and see what you can find.
Alright, let's look around.
Over by the pinboard, second from the end.
Here's his locker.
There's a phone number we can run by R&I. plus a bunch of names and odds. You're not the only one who likes a flutter, Roy.
All right, it says Harry 18 to 1, Mervyn, really good odds, 22 to 1, Ray 19 to 1. And the telephone exchange is Alabama 345. That's how they used to do the phone exchanges back in the days, kids. Ask your great-grandparents if you don't believe me. All right, roll of tape, a boxing glove. Yeah, I don't think those are clues. Yeah, Albert Hammond versus Kid Galahad appears to be the title, the main bout of the evening. I thought Kid Galahad was the name of an Elvis Presley movie. Nothing much else in here, just boxing gloves and stuff like that, clothes. So let's look at this newspaper. All right, Alienist Fontaine working selflessly to help the infirm.
You look troubled.
I'm in a jam, Doctor.
Can I help, Courtney? Is it money?
No, Doctor. That's okay. Do I have your professional confidence?
Whatever you say will never leave this room.
I talked some of the guys in my old unit into doing something, and it's gone wrong. I guess I did it for the wrong reasons, for short-term gain. We came home from China on the Cool Ridge.
The morphine robbery.
That was us.
Technically, I think it's a burglary. It's the boat as a vehicle.
Some sort of benefit for the sacrifices that they made in the war. Those guys deserve it, Doctor.
Oh, I'm sure they do, Courtney. But the deserving aren't always rewarded.
Tell me about it, Doc. We shifted our stuff onto this mob-connected guy, and it's been turning up all over town. It wasn't meant to be like this.
The presumption was rather naive, Courtney.
I know that now, Doctor. But people are dying.
Might I venture a few questions?
Sure.
Do your underworld contacts have all the morphine?
No, they don't. We doled it out, hoping we could control it.
Are they pressing you for further allocation?
That's the polite way of putting it, Doctor.
I may be able to help you, Courtney.
Thanks, Doc. It helps just to talk about it.
I mean, I have a solution that will help you financially and salve your conscience.
I'm all ears, Doctor.
I will transact to take all the narcotic off your hands. And you can rest assured that it will all be medically administered. I will use the funds that I no longer require for the purchase of medication and invest them in housing developments.
Housing?
The developments in question are housing projects for former servicemen. Your return will come from the sale of the properties, and your investment will benefit those that you care for most. Does this arrangement meet with your approval?
You're a magician, Doctor.
All right, so Courtney Sheldon may have found a way out of his problem, but I think this is one of the most important newspaper things in the game. Remember this through the rest of the episodes of this game. All right, that's about it in here. Let's go find a phone and get the address on that flop house.
You better find that cocksucker and you bring him to me.
I feel bad too, Mickey. He guaranteed me he would take the flop.
I guarantee that you will be fish food if you don't bring me... Roy, you out of pocket too?
Mickey? Seems that way.
Don't worry about it. My boys are out looking for him.
Well, you'd better call them off. This is a police matter now. If anything happens to Hammond, I'll testify that you made threats against him.
Who's the Greyhound? He's a frisky one, isn't he?
Cole Phelps? Mickey Cohen.
I know who he is, Roy. I, met his brother-in-law.
I think you had the mixture pretty scared back there.
You should have said I iced his brother-in-law. All right, let's make a phone call.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address for the following phone number. AL345.
The address for the phone number is the Hotel El Mar, 6294 Leland Way, Hollywood.
Thanks for your help.
All right.
You know the place?
Flophouse. Quarter a night, no questions asked.
All right, well, that's a pretty cool looking car right there. Little tan coupe. Let's select our next location. And we'll make Roy Drive. All right, that's not what I wanted to do, but I guess we'll just drive. Good grief.
You seem to have a pretty cozy relationship with Cohen and Stompanato.
Do I note a hint of reprimand in your tone, Detective? Talking to gangsters comes with the turf. You should try out Mickey's place. He's got a haberdasher's up on Sunset. See if he can get you out of those old man's clothes that you slink around in.
It's a front for his illegal activities.
It is that, but he does carry some very sharp suits.
If it's okay with you, I'll stick with Brooks Brothers.
You know, believe it or not, my grandfather, a long time ago, used to own a men's store. He was not a snob, and so he didn't call it a haberdashery. But same difference, although there was no front for illegal activities that I know of. Oh, I want to run this light really badly. By the way, if you let Roy drive, he gets into a ton of accidents. He's a terrible driver in this game. We'll probably have him drive later. If we get lucky, we'll see him have a really bad accident. Anyway, I hope everybody's enjoying this playthrough. I know this is an old game. We've got a much newer game coming up next in the queue, known as Wasteland 3. But this game is so good, I just had to bring it to you anyways. I think this is the hotel right here. Cheap rates, hot water. They put hot in red, so you know they mean business.
Yeah, what do you want?
LAPD. We're making inquiries into the whereabouts of an Albert Hammond.
No one here by that name.
You sure?
Sure, I'm sure. This isn't the sort of place where people use their real names. Take a look at the register if you don't believe me.
All right, there's going to be some names in here that some of you might recognize, and a lot of names that most of you won't recognize.
Okay, so look for prominent Tommies.
These are mostly all movie stars: Veronica Lake, Jimmy Cagney, Hedy Lamarr, Joan Caulfield, Orson Welles. That's going way back there. Glenn Ford, Ava Gardner. She was like a big bombshell back in the days. Shirley Temple, not just a drink. Tyrone Power, probably the least famous guy here. Rita Hayworth, Danny Kaye. I want to say, I think he was a band leader. Speaking of band leaders, Ava Gardner and Lana Turner, I think, were both married to some other band leader. Artie Shaw, Vivian Leigh, Bob Hope, you might know that name. Clearly, you know Marilyn Monroe. Bogey needs no introduction. Jean Harlow, Clark Gable, Gene Tierney, Harpo Marx. They're all Hollywood people except for one name. A very British name, Winston Churchill.
Winston Churchill, a very patriotic Englishman, is staying in room 207.
The old bulldog. Even at a flop house, Adley can't get out from his shadow.
All right, that's a World War II reference. I think Atlee may have been his predecessor or something like that, but either way, you will have to look that one up to more fully understand it.
Door's unlocked.
All right, no search warrant necessary.
Looks like he's had a broad up here.
All right, this is something called a
He must be
telegram.
heading home. You know, I hope he makes it.
That crooked
All right, so he's telegramming his mother, who lives at 12 Brick Lane in London. E1 is presumably maybe their version of a zip code or like a district of the city. Home soon, your boy done good, Albert. I think you have to pay by the word, so maybe that's why that is such bad English. But that's telegram. That was the text message of its day. All right, let's see what else we got here. Life is like a box of chocolates.
Does Albert have somebody special? I didn't see anyone in his corner at the fight.
Yep. Get your thumb right on that one caramel one over there on the side. Then you have to eat it because you ruined it. Here we got a movie stub.
I guess a fighter has plenty of time on his hands between bouts.
All right, it says section left, row J, seat 301. Matinee movie, 12 p.m. When you see the price of this movie, you're going to trip out. All right, so that's that. Let's look at the ashtray.
Gives us an angle if he has a real love interest.
Cigarettes with lipstick on them. Nowadays, you'd be bagging those for DNA evidence and to chemically match the type of lipstick. Back in those days, you'd try to see if there's any tobacco worth smoking on those things. All right, here's a piece of notebook
Looks like
paper.
Albert has been doing some homework. 11 grand would be a nice little nest egg.
So that first sheet of paper we found in his locker had names and the odds. You see in the second column, those are the odds: 18 to 1, 22 to 1, 19 to 1. So these are all the bets, and the payouts total almost $12,000. So if Roy's going crazy over losing $50, 12 grand must have been a pretty good chunk of change back in those days. So that's that.
It's still warm.
All right, can of, I think that's macaroni and tomato sauce. Looks like it's still warm.
Instaheat. Adrian Black's product of choice. Seems like a lifetime ago.
Parnell Soup Company. Then over here we've got this modern living with a touch of natural style. Yuck. Win this Southcott shingle home. Blah, 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 red cedar, whatever. Anyway, it's got a woman's name filled out here, Candy Edwards, 6116 Fountain Ave, Hollywood.
Candy has expensive taste. Albert has his work cut out for him.
Who's Candy?
Candy Edwards, the lady who filled out this coupon.
All right, let's go after his girl. See if that gets us any closer.
All right, away we go. I would argue she doesn't have expensive taste if she's filling out
Let's
a,
go after his girl. See if that gets us any closer.
I heard you say it the first time, Roy.
That's the guy. I heard he's an honest cop.
She's trying to win a house for free She doesn't want to pay for it, so, you know. All right, locations, Candy Edwards' address. This time you can drive. Nope, don't do it.
Can you drive to this one?
Tried to make me drive, how dare you.
So, you boxed in the Marines?
We all did. Standard training.
I can't imagine you ever played dirty.
The only prize for taking a fall was 1,000 push-ups.
All right, well, that's true. I've done a lot of push-ups, and they're not fun. Look at this. They named a hotel after a pain reliever.
We need to know which room is Candy's.
All right. Let's go talk to this lady over here. Cute
LAPD,
redhead, I
We're looking
guess.
for Candy Edwards.
Apartment 7. You take the outside stairs by the parking lot and turn left at the top. You friends of the Italian guy?
Italian guy?
Yeah. Sleazy type? Gave his name as Carlo. I didn't like the look of him, but Candy has some funny friends.
Thanks.
This Candy broad must be as sweet as she sounds. All these gentlemen callers.
All right, look out here in the parking lot. That looks like maybe a Packard coupe or something. Hey, there's that tan coupe from the boxing thing. Maybe that's Carlo's car.
Give it up,
Sounds
bitch.
like we're missing all the
He's gone and
fun.
fucked
Get
both
in
of
there,
us, and you know
Phelps.
where he's hiding. Now tell me where he is before I cut you.
I told you I had.
Like hitting women, do you?
We had a gun!
This isn't gonna end well for you, friend.
That was the easiest fight I've ever been in this entire game. All right.
Out cold, but breathing. Give her a minute and take a look around.
Well, we found a ship in the Canard line that's a shipping line or a transportation line back in the day called Ascania. Remember back post-World War II, people still use ships for a lot of transportation. Maybe this is how Albert intends to get home to see his mother.
Single ticket. One way. I guess there isn't a lot for Albert in Ohio.
While Candy is going to take a one-way ticket back to Akron, Ohio, and go to work in the tire factory. Quite the life. All right, let's go check out this Goomba here.
Nasty weapon.
All the Italians carry them. A real man uses his fists or a gun.
Well, there, you heard it from the expert right there. All right, let's see what's in his other pocket.
Carlo here seems to have the same friends as Hammond. What are the odds on them all being bookmakers?
So these are probably people that he's collected from versus people that he hasn't. So that's probably what that all signifies there.
Take a seat, Miss Edwards. We have some questions for you to answer.
Look, I haven't done anything wrong.
Ever? I find that pretty hard to believe.
Ever. Have you ever done anything wrong?
Can you answer some questions now, Miss Edwards?
Sure, I've had worse. I'll shake it off.
It's a tough broad right there. Tough as a $2 steak. All right. Whereabouts of Hammond?
We're trying to track down Albert Hammond. We have reason to believe he might be in danger. Do you know where he is?
No, I don't. I'm over Albert. I haven't seen him.
All right. She's looking around. She's making that face like, boy, I hope they don't know I'm lying. We know you're lying.
You're lying, Candy. You were in his hotel room. He came back after the fight and you weren't there. What happened?
You can't prove that I was in the room.
Lipstick on the cigarettes, but most importantly, the magazine coupon filled out with your address. How do you think we found you, you dumb broad?
How do you think we found you, Candy? You wrote your name and address on a coupon.
Look, Albert was supposed to take a fall. We were all supposed to make a little money out of it. But Albert got too goddamn stubborn. Said his pride was all he had left. So I told him, shove it. Let's see his pride keep him warm at night.
So you walked out before the fight?
Yes, I did. What's the problem? I didn't take anything.
All right, list of odds recovered.
Do the names Harry, Mervyn, or Ray mean anything to you?
Could be anybody. How the hell would I know?
All right, so again, she's making the exact same facial expressions as when she lied the first time.
They're bookmakers, aren't they? Tell me the truth.
How the hell would I know?
Well, in the hotel room, they got the payouts.
Albert wrote his winnings down on a notepad in the hotel room. We found the odds in his locker. Who has the betting slips?
That son of a bitch, Albert. Everyone thought he was dumb, including me. But he beat them all.
All right, now let's ask about her plans to leave town.
You're leaving town, Miss Edwards?
Yes, I'm going straight home.
Again, looking to the side, kind of like a smirk there. So even though we don't have anything proof-wise, you know, we got a bus ticket, that bolsters her story that she's leaving town. But I think based on what she's doing here, we're going to go bad cop.
Albert is going home by boat as soon as he collects his winnings. I know you're going to meet him.
Albert is going to collect nothing. He'll be lucky if he can get out of town in one piece.
How will you fare any better? They already believe you're in on it.
Hell, I know you're in on it.
You can think what you want, Buster. I'll take my chances. I got a few errands to run, and then I say adios to this dump.
You want to press charges against Arcaro?
Just get him out of here. That's all I want.
Get out, Carlo, you hump. And get rid of that pig sticker. You ever pull that thing on me, I'll shoot you like a dog.
That bitch knows where Hammond is. She knows where my money's gone.
My money too, tough guy. I'll handle this.
Oh boy.
Good luck, Miss Edwards. I hope things work out for you.
Thank you. It's very kind of you to say so.
Bad people are looking to hurt Candy, and yet she's not heading straight for the train station? I smell a payoff. I say stake her out. See where she goes.
All right, Roy, we'll stake her out.
Tail this broad. Don't let her get away, but don't get spotted. I'll bring up the car behind you.
All right, she must be someone with the worst awareness and eyesight on the planet, because she's literally walking within 4 or 5 feet of us here, but she doesn't know I'm there. Totally believable. So let's see if we can avoid being seen by her. Right there, looked back. I think this one is a little bit harder than the previous ones. So, oh gee, we focused the camera on her. Thankfully, I didn't need to go incognito from this far away, but she apparently has excellent vision. Don't look back.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
We are moving in. Let's climb up on the roof. All right, I was just kidding. That'd be funny if you could tail her over the rooftops.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
She is a very good walker. Don't look at me. Oh, she looked right then.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Yeah, so you really got to jog like this. Close the distance back up. There she is. It's like I have X-ray vision. See right through the wall.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
All right, get the angle here.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail. Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
She's gonna see me if I do that.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Oh, I think we barely avoided being spotted right there.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
If they were really good, they'd ever turn around and come back into the alley right now. I'd be toast. Whew, I think we made it.
Bookmakers?
Yes.
Surprise, surprise.
All right.
That broad got...
Solving all the cases?
Where are we going again? Oh, it's back there, I think.
Did you read about
A blonde woman just came in here.
and then pushed him in front of the car?
She went out the back way.
That's the cop who
Said
caught
she
him.
was being watched.
How much did she collect?
$3,600. She cleaned me out.
On the Hammond Kid Galahad fight?
You got it. I'm not complaining. We all made a lot of money on that one. Huge plunge on Galahad, and then Hammond knocks the bum out.
So she collected the money and went out through the back door?
Nope. She made a phone call over there, wrote something on a notepad, and then left.
All right.
What are you doing?
So we did this before for that case with a girl with the garnet ring. So you shade the pad here and you can find out what's written on it. All right, Examiner Drugstore, 457 Ivor, probably Hollywood. Oh, 1487.
We know where she's headed. Let's get moving.
All right, so you got to get all that stuff highlighted for it to count. Okay, here we go. Out of the bookie's place. Look at our notebook. We will make Roy drive there. Ray. That's not what I was doing.
You know the way. You can drive.
Car 11K, 11 King. Further to your request, Bunko Fraud has 3 known bookmakers operating out of storefronts in the Hollywood area. Thrifty Liquor, 6106 Santa Monica, the Examiner Drugstore, and a Max Spirits at 1658 North Cherokee. KGPL clear.
I don't remember asking any of that. But that's just more info here. Couple of suspicious looking guys.
Detectives Phelps and Earle, LAPD.
Relax, Cole. You just have a blonde in here, Mervyn?
Sure did. I'm just about to close up. She took me to the cleaners. 4,000 clams and change.
How long ago did she leave?
Maybe 5 minutes. Called a cab. Asked for a number. I told her there was a card over there by the phone.
Guy's got a great accent. All right, here is the card.
Yellow cab. We need to get after her, fast.
HO 2187.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Can you connect me to the Yellow Cab Company, Hollywood 2187, please? This is Detective Phelps, LAPD. You dispatched a cab to 1487 Ivar Avenue, Hollywood.
Yes, sir. Send 1 round from the pool.
Do you have the number of that cab?
Number 179.
Thanks.
What is special of the day?
We're done playing around. Get Mervyn to give us an address on Ray's place.
Hey, Mervyn.
You have any idea who Ray is?
Sugar Ray.
Not now, Mervyn. Cole doesn't have much of a sense of humor at the best of times.
Ray runs a shop up on North Cherokee Avenue, just south of Hollywood Boulevard.
All right, so Sugar Ray, I know you're all thinking the musical group. And it's not Ray Leonard, but Sugar Ray Robinson, a famous boxer from a long time ago. Not Ray Leonard. He was in the 80s and 90s. Great fight against Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
You can drive.
You're not a boxing fan. You really should check that out.
Himself to win.
And Candy is picking up the winnings. Smart play.
Question is Candy collecting on Albert's behalf, or is she cheating him too?
All right. Dewey's car sales. That seems like it was so long ago.
That's the cab waiting up ahead. She's not in the car. Don't get too close.
She must be inside.
All right, so now we get to tail her cab. This should be really funny.
We're on the move again, Cole. After her. Don't lose that cab. Hammond is over the hill. He's a punching bag for the up-and-comers. She knows his goddamn place.
I think he knows. I think he worked out the place isn't L.A.
He's punchy. His brain's going to mush. Winston Churchill? Give me a break.
Oh, gosh.
Churchill was a fighter, Roy. Hammond didn't just scribble down the first name he could think of.
All right. We're pretending we don't know what's going on.
Now would be a bad time to forget how to drive.
Sorry. We had to get closer. She's getting away.
Spooked him. Back into traffic, Phelps, now.
Hammond is full of himself, being this sure he was going to win.
Started to play the music there. We almost got caught. Oh, one of my favorite tricks there, just pull over by the side of the road. And come right back out here.
That bitch is giving me what I'm owed. That's all I know.
Man, she's taking lots of turns. Goodness gracious. All right.
Pull over. She's heading inside. I think I just saw Hammond. I'll tail him. You get in there and stay with Candy. Make sure you don't let her see you.
All right, there she is. Using this third-person view, we can keep her in sight. Yeah, don't rush in there after her, kid. She's just trying to throw you off. And here she comes into the restroom.
That's the guy. I heard he's an honest cop.
Uh-oh.
I think his name is...
It's a lot of blood, kids.
Call an ambulance.
Hammond got away.
He said...
Just try and sit still, Candy.
Make
Who shot you? Was it Albert?
car.
They're on the way. I have a patrolman searching the depot. The chief's putting together a manhunt for Hammond. He got the money, right?
Looks like it.
A tough bird, our limey friend. Using his girlfriend as the bag woman and then getting greedy over the split. He won't make it out of town.
That's how you see it?
I told you that cocksucker was a crook.
It sounded like to me like she was trying to say Carlo. Man, he must have stabbed her right in the heart.
.32 caliber. One shot fired.
Yeah, we did hear a gunshot. Carlo doesn't have a gun. Didn't have a gun before. I don't think this is his gun now. He would have just taken it with him. I think this is her property here. I mean, it was right next to her purse. Why wouldn't it be hers?
The Egyptian Theater.
All right, here's the other half of that movie stub. The title of the film is the title of the episode. It's called The Setup. 30 cents, kids. How much they charge you to go to a movie now? 12 bucks? So 30 cents is some kind of a bargain.
So, what now? The theater, I guess. We don't have much else to go on.
What is that thing? Did she have a hat on? Well, let's go to the theater. Notice how the bus depot cleared out? All right, where is our car? Way back over here.
That's the guy from the papers.
That's the guy from the paper. Heritage Movie Theater, frequented by Albert Hammond. All right, you can drive, Roy.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
I had to do a tailing job.
Poor girl. She didn't deserve that.
Poor girl. Half the precinct aren't taking a vacation this year because of her. You need to leave town a lot quicker than that if you decide to screw over Mickey C.
This seems like a long shot. Aren't they all?
Car 11K, Car 11 King, come in.
Car 11 King.
Message from the coroner. The cause of death was a knife wound. Repeat, a knife wound. The revolver appears to have belonged to the victim.
Son of a
KGB all clear.
bitch. He stabbed her.
I thought you said real men use their fists, not guns.
That guinea cocksucker. You think he got the money too?
Come on, Roy. We're bringing this whole tragedy to its conclusion.
Further proof? That's his car. Here with the door open, run up on the curb. Looks like he hit that trash can on the way in. So let's go find Carlo and presumably find Hammond and the money. Real quick, just wanted to talk about that cutscene at the beginning when we come in here. Courtney Sheldon, a medic, very brave, kind of like that movie, I don't remember the name of it, about the medic who's unarmed going into the battle over and over again to rescue people. He's trying to save people, or at the very least...
Why'd you kill her, Carlo? Your gripe was with me.
She was collecting the money for you. Mickey made it clear it was either me or you, and I intend to keep on living.
She stole those betting slips. She was running out on me.
And you were gonna let her?
No, I let her collect. I set her up, just like she set me up. Just like my manager set me up. Everyone wanted me to take the dive. Everyone wanted me to take the short money. It's for the best thing.
You were washed up, kid! You couldn't climb, and you were too brave to sink. You were going nowhere!
Maybe, but I had heart. I was a Royal Marine, Carlo. If I lost a fight, it wasn't for lack of trying, and it wasn't for lack of courage. I didn't have much, but I had that.
I did it for you, and that's how you repay me!
You did it for yourself, so did little boy. You did it to make a quick buck, and Candy did it to make her dream come true.
Blah, blah, blah. I've got the money, all I need to do is get rid of you. It's gonna be a shame, kid, but that's business.
You should be out of bullets right now.
We've heard enough, Arcaro. Put down your weapon.
You're making a big mistake, Arcaro.
Oh gosh.
Find some cover.
Come on, Cole. Carlo's a dead man. Hammond too when I find him.
Throw out the guns.
Where are you?
My hat is more important than this gunfight. Who has a sub gun up here?
Take cover, you lunatic!
Where's the guy with the Tommy gun?
Stay down. Push forward.
Got my hat back.
It's time to come out now, Hammond. Put the gun down, Roy.
That son of a bitch owes me a lot of money.
Catch. The Scania sails from New York, Hammond. Be on the next train and don't ever come back.
Why?
Because I was a Marine and I once lacked courage. Everyone deserves a second chance. Now beat it.
Fuck you! That English prick is getting away with my money, Phelps!
Donnelly and the homicide squad send their best, Phelps. They're more than pleased that you wrapped up the Edwards killing. They're a little mystified about the motive. You have any ideas on that?
Crime of passion, sir. Looks like some sort of love triangle between the manager, the fighter, and his girlfriend.
No sign of the scrapper?
No, sir. Looks like he left town after the fight.
Okay. It's homicide's problem now. Good work, gentlemen.
All right, 5 stars. Albert Hammond sails for England after inexplicably vanishing from police custody. Well, technically he wasn't in custody yet. Quick postscript, 2 things. Number 1, what I meant to say was that Cole Phelps seemed super uptight there dealing with Courtney Sheldon over in Japan. Courtney, realist, hey, if a guy's suffering, he's going to help him out, keep him from suffering, even if it means he's dead. And Cole Phelps can't understand that mentality then. Now, I think he probably could understand it. And then at the end, when Cole said, I was a Marine, I once lacked courage, there'll be a light shining on that a little bit later on. But you see the 2 Marines, the 2 service members, even though they didn't really know each other, they have a stronger bond. And Hammond used the bag of money to shove Roy out of the way as he was leaving. You know, he doesn't respect him because I think he felt that he wasn't also a Marine. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the setup. If you did, hit that like button. I'll see you on the next video, everybody.